7 reasons why your weight went up that aren't related to you putting on fat. Here are 7 in no particular order. We've got, you may have lifted and been lifting heavy in the previous 24 hours. When you work the muscles hard, to recover, your muscles require sugar and they require water. So they draw water into them to help with the recovery period, and therefore if you've lifted heavy, you can find that your weight has gone up because water weight, right? More water in the muscle is going to be heavier when you stand on the scale. Okay. The second potential reason that your weight may spike is that you're stressed. Okay. Stress again makes our body hold on to water. And lo and behold, the more water that your body holds on to, the heavier you're going to get. So if you're stressed, look for ways to manage the stress, to bring it down. That's why it's so important to manage stress in general, not just on a Monday morning, not just on a Friday, not just before you get on a plane, but all the time. Manage your stress because this can have an impact on your weight, okay? And weight in terms of not necessarily fat gain, but potentially just weight in terms of your relationship to the ground, in relation to gravity and your mass as a body, including the water weight, okay? The third reason that your weight may go up, and also the third reason why I don't condone obsessing over looking at weight as an indicator of your progress, is that you may just need a bowel movement. Like there may be more mass in your body than usual. So when you're weighing yourself, you're potentially weighing yourself plus bowel movements that haven't actually happened yet. So that extra weight there can cause your weight to spike, okay? The fourth reason is potentially that you have just weighed at a potentially different time compared to normal. Different time periods are also going to impact what the number on the scale says, because digestion, right? If you're weighing yourself earlier or later in the day than normal, in relation to your food intake and your drink intake, digestion can take a certain amount of time, and that digestion is going to change how heavy the food and drink is in your body. So if you're later on down the digestion process, then you're going to weigh less than if you're just starting out, because all this food is just in you, okay? The fifth reason that your weight may spike is because you might have just eaten late. Food is heavy, right? A pound of chips is an extra pound that's going to show on your scales. So don't worry about it. Don't obsess over the weight. And as I've said many a time before, look at other ways to measure your progress other than just weight, okay? But the fifth reason there was that you may just be eating late. The sixth reason that you could see your number spike on the scales, I was going to say the sad step, because many people attach their happiness to how the number changes, okay? Which I don't agree with. But the sixth reason that your weight may spike on the scales is because you may have had some carbs. You may have had carbs late in the evening, or you may have had carbs in the last 24 hours, and carbs require water to be processed, and it causes your body to hold on to more water as well, and lo and behold, water adds weight, because if you're adding more water to the body, or you're holding on to more water, then as a mass, as a volume, it's going to show up on your scales, okay? And the final reason is your salt intake may have gone up, or you may have had more than usual, in which case, again, this salt presence draws in, holds on to more water, more water, so the weights and the scales and the number can go up, okay? So there are just 7, I haven't got enough fingers because I'm holding this phone, but there are 7 reasons that your weights may go up that don't mean that you've actually put on more fat, okay? We had the fact that you may have been lifting, the fact that you may be stressed, you may need a bowel movement, you have weighed at a later time than you normally would, you may have eaten late, you may have had some carbs. Carbs aren't bad, by the way. It's too many calories that is bad, that is adding the fat, okay? Not carbs, not protein, not fat, it's how many calories. And number 7 was salt, your salt intake. So there are 7 ways that your weight could change that don't relate to your fat going up, okay? There's a whole other video on what I actually recommend tracking in terms of non-scale related measurements, in which case I'll probably put a link up here to that video. But otherwise, like, when it comes to weight loss and fat loss, we don't just want to lose the weight for losing weight's sake. We don't just want to see these numbers change. There's a more deep-rooted reason. There's a more urgent reason. There's something that's going to give you leverage. And it's like, I want to lose the weight or the fat because I want to feel a certain way. So to really help you stay on track, because the 2 hardest things are, 1, starting to lose weight or fat rather, if you want to, and the second hardest thing is actually sticking to it. And the one main driver that you can have that is going to keep you going is having a reason that basically sticks a rocket up your bum, and it's about finding out what that rocket is for you personally, okay? But they are the 7. Which ones can you manipulate? Probably all of them. So have a go at manipulating those and see whether it has an impact on your weight, as in the number on the scale. But again, I highly recommend tracking other things other than just your weight, like measurements, like your energy, like how well you're sleeping, like how you feel inside. But I'm going on there into other videos that I've already done. So check out the YouTube channel. Check out all of the other videos. Hopefully they're of help to you. Maybe you're listening to this on the podcast. If not, then find us on Facebook. All the contact details are below this video. And I hope this was of help to you in helping you to change your attitude in terms of not obsessing over the scales.